Today, I'm going to show you a complete beginner's guide of the Meta Quest 3. I'm going to show you some of my favorite tips, tricks, and hidden features allowing you to leave this video as a Meta Quest 3 expert. Let's get started. You can see on the front of the box here we have an image of the device and the controllers. In the top right we have the amount of storage that's on the device, the name of the device in the top left, and then on the side there's nothing other than a pull strap to open the box. At the top we got the Meta logo. You can see it in this lovely bubble-like logo right here. It looks pretty cool. Then on the bottom and back we've got some tech specs. So what's inside the box? We got the headset, a facial interface, a touch plus controller, wrist straps, power adapter, charging cable, and two AA batteries, two AA batteries. So lets us know what's in the box on the back, and then some more warning information and details on the bottom about the device. So let's go ahead and open this device. We can pull this pull strap on the left and right, just like that. And then we can pull the pull strap right here on the right. And now this allows us to slide out the box and open it up. So we'll take this cover right off. So the cover comes off just like this, and we're presented with the actual box itself. And then we can just lift it up. We've got Meta Quest 3 right here on the front. It's a nice square box. There's nothing else on it. And those pull tabs are pulled off. So we've got this little line right here signaling that we can open it up just like this. And we are presented with the Meta Quest 3 and the controllers right here. On the top here, it has an option to scan to start. So if I bring this down a bit lower here, maybe you can see the instructions where it says you can turn on the headset for power. Let me bring the camera up so you can see it. So you have to turn on the headset, tighten the straps, and then it also has a QR code right here at the top for us to get started, scan to start. So you will need access to the Meta Quest application. So we'll bring this back down here. So let's see what's inside the box. We can go ahead and take out the Meta Quest 3 just like this. You can see it's very nice. It has some instructions right here for us to get started right here. I'm going to go ahead and put this to the side. And then we've got the left controller right here. You can see how that looks, a little pull strap to activate it. And then we've got the right controller right here. So we got the left and right controller. And that is the product. And then inside here we've got another pull tab. So we can go ahead and pull this tab out and see what's inside the box. We know we have things like our batteries and more content here. So let's go ahead and open this up. Let's see which way we open it up at. So it just slides out just like that. And inside we got a power adapter right here, and then a USB-C connector cable to USB-C. And then we've got some more information right here. The Meta Quest 3, a welcome guide, lets us know how to get started with our Meta Quest 3, and all of the information we need to know, all the different adjustment options. So every little detail about the headset, it lets us know in the welcome guide, and then a safety and warranty guide for us to know. So yeah, there we go. That's what we have inside the box. We can go ahead and fold this brown box back up. For the AA batteries, they're already in the remote here. You can just go ahead and pull this tab, and that will activate the remote there. And then we'll pull it on the left side too. So we've got this tab right here. We can just go ahead and pull that out, and that activates the remote and the batteries. So I'll put the controllers over here to the right. I'm going to go ahead and take the Meta Quest 3 box, put it over to the left, and then we can go ahead and take out the headset here. we'll go ahead. This is attached to the strap, and it slides off just like that. So we've got some more information in here in the lenses department. It says no sunlight on lenses and no liquid cleaner. So make sure you don't put any liquid on the lenses themselves, and make sure that you don't allow the sunlight to hit the lenses. So we can go ahead and peel this little sticker off right here and peel this sticker off right there. And now we can see the lenses clearly. So this device has some incredible lenses that allow you to see full color through, pass through, and you know, of course in VR to be fully immersed. So you can see we've got some speakers right here, a speaker on the right, a speaker on the left. We've got the power button, a little pad right here to scroll, some cameras that allow us to see and use mixed reality and all types of virtual experiences. We've got a headphone jack right here on the right, and then power button, USB-C, and then of course some more sensors. So these are the volume buttons and not the power button. So volume right here, power button right here. So really cool that you've got a brand new device here. We're going to go ahead and go through that setup process with you. You will need to scan that QR code on the box in order to get started. And before we do that, I'm just going to clean up the station here. You can see the USB-C cable. We can pull this out, and it's just a standard USB-C cable. Whenever you want to charge your device, you can plug it up right here and just plug in the cable, and then you plug this other end into the wall right here. So we can pull this little protective covering off of the power brick, and it comes off just like that. And then we can go ahead and pull this off. There's a nice little glossy finish on this power brick. So in order to charge it, you just plug it in just like that, and then you plug this into the wall and you can start charging your device. So really cool. We've got a power brick included in the cable. It's definitely included. It's an 18-watt power brick, and it's plenty to charge your device and get it set up. So that's how you charge. We'll go ahead and unplug there. The battery life is pretty long. You know, allows you to get through at least, you know, a few experiences on the device, and it's nice and cool that this is very portable and you can use it almost anywhere in order to get started with mixed reality and virtual reality. So the first thing you're going to want to do is download the MetaQuest app on your mobile phone. You can go to your App Store, Play Store, search for MetaQuest, and select it. You can see the MetaQuest app is right here, and it's already downloaded on this phone, and I can open it. You can get updates on deals and the latest releases, buy and install apps anytime, and stay connected. This app is how we will set up our MetaQuest. So really neat that you can do the setup process all on your mobile phone, and it saves a lot of steps from having to type everything on the MetaQuest itself using the controller. So after you download this app, you can go ahead and scan the QR code on the box, and it will ask you to connect your headset to Wi-Fi. So you can enter Wi-Fi details manually on your headset, or you can use a QR code from this app where the headset is already connected. I'm going to go ahead and select use a QR code from this app, and a QR code will pop up and I'll be able to scan it with the MetaQuest itself. That's a bit easier than typing in the Wi-Fi details using the controllers, so you will need this application on your phone in order to do that. So I'm just going to go ahead and select this. And it says phone already connected to Wi-Fi. The network name will be automatically filled in if location permissions are granted. So I'm going to go ahead and press continue. It's asking for my Wi-Fi password, so I'll go ahead and type that in, and we'll proceed with setting this device up for the very first time. So I typed in my Wi-Fi password, and now it wants us to leave this screen open, put on our headset to continue the setup, and then the headset will let you know when it's time to scan the QR code. So in order to put it on the headset, you've got your strap, which you can adjust right here on the back. You just pull these left and right, and it allows you to adjust the tightness. And then you've also got this strap at the top where you can open it up and tighten it on your head by pulling. So go ahead and put on the headset, and the power button is right here on the left. You'll turn this on, and for demo purposes, I won't be able to record what's on the setup screen, and you'll have to go through that and eventually follow the on-screen instructions. Follow the on-screen instructions to set up your MetaQuest, and we'll be able to get it successfully set up for the very first time. So I'm going to go ahead and strap this on my head, go through the setup process, and we'll be right back. So for the setup process, we are presented with the Meta logo. It turns on, and it asks you to remove these strips from the controllers and activate them. So in order to activate them, I just press a button after the strip has been removed, and now it's asking for our language. So I can select English, and then I can use the trigger button right here and hit the next button and move on. So you can adjust the straps so the headset should fit comfortably and securely around your head. You've got two straps that are in the very back of the headset, and as you move them further apart from each other, the tighter they get. So you can hit the continue button, you can make sure that your headset is tight on your head, and we'll move forward. You can adjust the headset, you can tilt it. So tilt the headset forward or back until it's comfortable and you can see the screen clearly, and make sure that these headsets work with glasses. So if you need to, you can put your glasses in and you can see all of the text and all of the different items that are on the screen. So it makes it really easy to get started with the MetaQuest 3 here. So I'm going to go ahead and hit the continue button and we'll move on. So next up is adjust the lenses. I can turn the wheel at the very bottom of the headset to adjust the lenses until the text is clear and comfortable to read. So there's a wheel on the left side that will move the lenses. We saw it during the setup process. It's on the opposite side of the volume buttons. On the right side of the headset, you have the volume buttons, and on the left side, you have a wheel that will adjust the lenses. And this, depending on when you move them, it'll let you know. A little dialog box will pop up and let you know the number and how far away the lenses are from you. So it's really cool that you can adjust the lenses, and a little number pops up right on screen to let you know what that looks like. So really cool options here during the setup process as we set up our MetaQuest 3 for the very first time. I'm going to go ahead and hit this trigger button and move on to the next option right here. So now it's time to connect to Wi-Fi. We can enter the Wi-Fi details on our headset by typing in the password using our controllers, or we can use the QR code that we set up in the MetaQuest mobile app. I'm going to use the QR code, that way it can automatically work. It'll scan the QR code with the headset and connect to Wi-Fi. So I've got my QR code right here on the left. I'm going to go ahead and hit the continue option right here, and it's going to go ahead and start searching for networks. I'll select my network, and let's see, it actually is very interesting. You'll need to select which option that you want, whether you want Wi-Fi or whether you want the QR code. It looks like I selected the type in on the manual option, so I'm going to have to type in my password manually here. There's no option to go back. Luckily, my password is easy to remember here, and I can type this in successfully on the keyboard. But if you have a complex password, you're gonna want to connect using the QR code. It'll make it much easier where you can do it. So I'm successfully connected to Wi-Fi now. I'm gonna hit the done button and move forward, and then say my headset is connected automatically. So to continue setup, it's updating to the latest software. It says it's going to take about 7 minutes here. Continue the setup in the MetaQuest mobile app to continue. Use the mobile app to complete the next steps. Plug in your headset. Your headset will play a sound when the update is complete. So I'm going to go ahead and take off my headset here, and then we'll use the mobile app to complete and finish the setup. So I've got my headset right here. I went through that setup process, and now it wants us to finish the headset setup process right here on our mobile application. So continue with your existing avatar. So I've already set up a Meta avatar right here on my phone. I can make edits to it, or I can hit continue. So this is how you will show up with others in your headset and your social experiences like Meta Horizon Worlds. Any edits you save will apply across profiles where your avatar is synced. So this also works on things like Instagram and Facebook. Your avatar is universal across Meta products. So I'm going to go ahead and continue with my current avatar, and we'll move forward with that. So now it's looking for the headset. It's going to start pairing it. The headset is found. We are successfully paired and connected. So now look into your headset for the 5-digit code and pair it here. So I'm going to have to put on my headset one more time and pair it successfully. So give me a moment as I put the headset right back on. Survey Junkie allows you to get paid by completing simple surveys. If you've ever wanted to make a little bit of extra money on the side, that's what Survey Junkie can help you do. They've got hundreds of surveys you can take for extra cash, and it's easy to sign up. Just go to appfind.org/surveys to get access to the best surveys to earn cash and gift cards. Sign up today at appfind.org/surveys to get started, and make sure to confirm your email address to get access to the highest earning surveys in your inbox. And I'm looking for the code, and it's doing an update right now. So it says 2 minutes remaining on the update, continue setup in the mobile app. So it looks like I won't be able to move forward with typing in a code because there is no code on the headset at all right now. So there is this option right here where it says having trouble, learn more, but it says look into your headset for 5-digit code and enter it here. We can learn more, and it takes us to MetaQuest support for any issues that we have. So I'm going to let this update happen successfully on the headset, and then after it reboots and moves forward with this, the setup process and the installation process of the update, hopefully our 5-digit code will appear, and then I'll be able to pair this application, the MetaQuest app, right over to our brand new device. So we'll be right back. My headset is up to date, and now the code has appeared on my screen. So I can take the mobile application that's on the phone, and it says pair your headset with the MetaQuest app to continue. And now it's using pass-through, so I have the headset on, but I can see my phone. So I can type in the code that's on the headset screen on my phone, and I can see it because it's right in front of me. Pairing your MetaQuest, so it's loading here, and it's got a loading screen on the MetaQuest mobile application here, and now my headset has gone black and pairing successful. So now that your headset and device are paired, you can use the app to browse the store, find friends, and manage your headset. It shows us right here the battery percentage of everything. So we have the battery percentage of the controllers at 100% and the battery percentage of the headset at 43%. So we can plug that up and juice it up some more. And we are good to go. We've got a blue continue button, and we can move forward and check out the mobile application. So MetaQuest safety, it's got a quick safety screen right here. It's playing the safety card. So you can acknowledge the safetiness right here just by pressing the acknowledge button. It's designed for privacy. By default, Meta collects the data required for your MetaQuest and stores it. So apps can't access image or video of your surroundings without permission, and you can change privacy policy and preferences anytime in settings. So you can read that option there for the design for your privacy, and then we'll hit continue. Next up, share additional data to improve MetaQuest. You have the option to press the gray don't share button, or you can share, and that you're in control of your data and you can change your preference at any time. I'm going to say don't share, and we'll move forward with what's next. I can enable hand and body tracking. So this is a really cool feature. Hand and body tracking allows you to switch between hands and controllers to interact with your surroundings and have more of a seamless or immersive experience. It also helps your avatar's movements look more realistic. So it does collect data about your hand and body postures when you enable this. So be sure to read the hand and body privacy notice. You can turn off hand and body tracking anytime in settings. I think this is a really cool feature. We'll go ahead and enable it for now. We'll press this blue enable button, and we'll move forward with our setup process of the MetaQuest 3. Welcome to your new MetaQuest.
Let's create a boundary to make sure you don't bump into anything while you're immersed in virtual experiences.
So it wants us to create a boundary to make sure that we don't bump into new things, I'm going to finish reading off the headset here. You're all set. You can put your headset on and start exploring. You can use an app to discover more about the MetaQuest 3. You can set up accessibility and learn more about the device. And then there's this done option right here. We'll press done and we're presented with the Horizon feed and the MetaQuest application. So we're going to explore the MetaQuest application and we're going to explore the headset and check out how to use it and get started. So let's go ahead and set up a boundary. I'm going to grab the controllers and then I'm going to press the starred blue button on our headset. And then it's going to say create your boundary. Stand up and move to a clear space and create a room scale boundary, or stay seated for a stationary boundary. So I'm going to stay seated. I'm going to press the blue star button and create a stationary boundary. And from here, it lets you choose your own boundary. It uses incredible technology to detect what's in your room, and it draws a boundary for you with a suggested room scale boundary based off your available free space. I'm going to say choose my own boundary, but if you like what was drawn, you can hit the continue button. So I'm going to hit choose your own boundary. I'm going to switch to a stationary boundary since I'm not moving and I'm sitting down right now. You can confirm the floor level by taking your hand or your controller and pushing it out the floor all the way down. You have all these plus symbols on to let you know where the floor is, and then you can hit confirm. And now you can confirm your stationary boundary, make sure there's enough room to move around.
Time to open your universal menu to choose what to do next. Press the Meta button on your controller.
Next up is to open the universal menu, and you press the Meta button right here in order to do that. So we press up and it opens up our menu.
You're all set. Discover apps, find friends, and explore.
So we're all set. Discover apps, find friends, and more. So I'm presented with a home screen, and before we go over the details in the MetaQuest app, I'm going to go ahead and show you the mobile application, and we will proceed with checking that out. Let's take a look at the MetaQuest app before we dive into the actual MetaQuest. When you open the application, you're presented with the Horizon feed. You can see that your MetaQuest 3 is connected, all the apps are updated, and they've got this cast button which allows you to share what you're seeing on your MetaQuest on a television. And we'll dive into that because that's how you're going to get to see what I interact with in a second. You got this discover section, all your friends that are inside of virtual reality. You can see their online status, if they're offline, if they're online. You can tap and learn more about that. You can see all the popular games, Wrath, Shoot Ball, Help Wanted 2 with Friday Nights at Friday, or Friday Five Nights at Freddy's. Got that all tongue twisted there. So you got all these different options here, multiplayer apps, top selling apps, some suggested apps that you may like. And all you have to do to learn more is just tap the learn more button or tap on the app that you want to check out, and it tells you the rating. It tells you a little description of what the application is. You can press the arrow down. You can learn more about this app. You can see get your aprons ready. Things are about to get messy, and this game is called Cookout, and it has a 14-day app refund policy. You can see all the various different settings here. You can use it setting, standing, room scale, single player, multiplayer, co-op, the platforms that it works on, the MetaQuest 3, the MetaQuest Pro, MetaQuest 2, MetaQuest. It uses touch controllers, internet connection required, and has parental supervision. And then some ratings and reviews if you want to check out the reviews right here before you install or buy the game. So you can see some developer posts. About 11 months, they recommended that you download the Discord and join the server there. So you've got tons of information here inside of an app. Once you download it, if you like it, you can hit this favorite icon right here and heart it. Or you can swipe back, scroll down, and select a different game. Here we have VR football. We can scroll down, we can tap the arrow right here to learn more about VR football. It's a groundbreaking motion-controlled VR football game. You can draw the plays and throw, hand off, run the ball before the clock runs out. So very cool options that we have right here that are in the Horizon feed to check out the latest apps. They're very popular and really neat and fun to install. So again, some of these apps are free, some of them are paid. You just tap on it to learn more. You can learn the pricing, and it tells you right here at the very bottom what the pricing is. This one's $14.99. You can get a free trial or you can gift it to someone else. So this is the Horizon feed. It has all these lovely different apps, all these lovely different updates, all your friends, and then of course your MetaQuest 3, and it lets you know that it's connected and ready to go. You've got this notifications option in the top right where you can see all your latest notifications. So you can see, you know, which friends are on VR. I've got a promotion to play Asgard Wrath 2 that came with the MetaQuest 3. So I've got all the notifications. They pop up right here in this component. So you can just tap and review all your notifications for that. And then in the top right, they've got the cast button. There's 2 cast buttons right here. They both do the same thing. You can just tap the cast, and it says before you cast, make sure you have Bluetooth on and your headset is on nearby and connected to internet. You can use your phone to open apps and headset and adjust to your VR view and boundary. So we can hit next, and then you can mirror your phone for a larger view. So to cast on a TV, open screen mirroring from your phone's control center and choose an eligible device. If you leave the casting screen or close your app, the cast will end. So we can hit OK there. So in order to start casting, we'll have to turn on our MetaQuest, have it connected to internet, and then we can detect which one it is connected to, and then hit start, and it will start showing everything that's in the MetaQuest on this phone. So really cool options that we have right there. There's also a cast button right underneath that allows you to do the same thing where you connect to a MetaQuest 3. This is more of a quick action. So I'm not sure that we'll be able to see anything because my headset is not on, so it's just a black screen for now. Check out today's sponsor, Rakuten, where you can get a $30 bonus today when you sign up using the link in the description, appfind.org/Rakuten. You can shop at your favorite stores with over 3,500 stores to check out, and you install the plugin, create an account on Rakuten, and earn cash back today. It's really cool that you can come here and get paid to shop, and of course you can earn your $30 bonus today using the link in the description. This helps out the AppFind channel a lot, so check out today's sponsor, Rakuten, using the link appfind.org/Rakuten. But it allows us to instantly connect just like this to our MetaQuest 3. We've got some options right here on the left and right for us to be able to check out, but we will dive into casting a bit later when I demo the interface of the MetaQuest 3. Next up is the store. You can come here, you can purchase more products, more games, more apps for your MetaQuest. You can see which ones are new on MetaQuest, the best of December, the most popular ones. It looks like Steam Link, Roblox, Xbox Cloud Gaming, the top selling, the first on Quest, and more. So really cool options that we have right here inside of the MetaQuest store section on our app. We can search. So you can search for popular games. If you want to search for something, it has some popular searches already. We can tap on Beat Saber and it instantly takes us to that, and we can check out this. This is one of my favorite games in VR. I can press this install on MetaQuest 3 button and it will install it on the MetaQuest 3 for us. I've already purchased this game, so it's good to go, and we can play it instantly. So this demos the installation process. It's a gig, 1.1 gigs. And in-app purchases are available. So that's currently going through the setup process, and it has a loading bar for the installation. And then eventually, once we go to the MetaQuest, you'll be able to see this game on our Quest 3. We can check out chat anytime that we've connected and talked to other people inside the virtual reality world. Here inside of chats, you can see those conversations that we've had. We can come over here to the menu and see more content here. We can see my profile, we can see events, gallery, devices, saved, casting, wish list, worlds, MetaQuest Plus, settings, and more. You can add your payment methods and wallet. You can add supervision. You've got promotions, help and support, my library, health and safety, legal, and version number. So this MetaQuest app is your go-to companion app for managing the settings of your MetaQuest 3. You can install apps, you can cast, you can browse the store, you can manage your chats, and do more inside the menu option. One of my favorite options is checking out the gallery. Now when you take photos of things inside of virtual reality, it automatically syncs to your MetaQuest app, and you can see, I was watching a live NBA game in VR, and I took a photo here, and it saved it and synced it to my MetaQuest app where I can check it out in the gallery. I can see other photos that I've taken on my MetaQuest, and they are also right here. So Really cool. I can download those to the phone or share them instantly. So this MetaQuest app is very powerful, very cool, and your companion, you should definitely check it out as you've already set up your MetaQuest using the application. So don't be afraid to open up the app and check out all the different applications that you can install and manage all the various different settings within the menu option. So for now, I'm going to go ahead and cast this MetaQuest 3 up into a television. And then from there, you'll be able to see the MetaQuest 3, and we will go over that process of what it looks like to use the MetaQuest 3. And when I do that, you're not going to be able to see my controllers, so I'm going to give you a little tour of the controllers. This is the right controller. This is the Meta button. This is how you get back to your menu at all times. You've got an A button, a B button, a little joystick that you can move around. You've got this button inside here that you can press. You've got your trigger button, and those are all the buttons on the right controller. On the left controller here, you've got another joystick. You've got a Y button, an X button, and a menu button, and then you've got the inside button right here, and then a trigger button right here. So it makes it really easy to come in here and use your controllers. You hold the left one in your left hand. You can use the trigger with your index finger, this inside button, and then you use the joystick, the Y, the X, and then the menu button right here. Then you've got the Meta button on the right controller, the A button, the B button, the joystick, the inside button, and the trigger button right here. So right trigger, left trigger, and you click usually with your right trigger, and then you can also use the joysticks to click around and move and point to where you want to click and interact with inside of the virtual reality world. So let's go ahead and move over to the casting. I'm going to bring the MetaQuest 3 up so you can see what I see. Now let's take a look inside the MetaQuest. I'm streaming and casting my headset to the monitor, so now you can see everything that happens inside the MetaQuest. At the very bottom here is a bar, and on the very left, I have my profile. I've got the time for quick settings. I've got notifications, switch distance, enter immersive, and then all my applications on the right side here. The Horizon feed, store, people, camera, browser, first encounters, and library. So all I'm doing is using the controller right here, and it's tracking where I'm moving, and a little line comes out with the circle, and I find that circle and aim the controller and point it to whatever I want to open up. So if I want to open up the little quick settings, I point over to the time, and I press the trigger button right here while pointing at the quick settings in the lower left, and now the quick settings are open. So I have all types of controls right here. You can see I can access device settings, privacy options, and more right here in the settings option. I can see the volume, and all you have to do in order to click anything is hold down this right trigger and then click and hold and drag. So I can change the volume just like this by clicking and dragging. I can change the brightness of the display. I can see that the space is set through a pass-through mode right now. I can click on a different option and create a new boundary if I want to, or continue inside of pass-through. So I'm going to continue in pass-through. I've got the Wi-Fi, I've got Bluetooth, I've got a boundary off, microphone, reset view, night mode, do not disturb, voice commands, switch distance, report a problem. So that's everything inside the quick settings right there on our device. We can come over to notifications and see all the various different notifications that we have. We can come over here to switch distance, and this allows us to have a larger view of all of our applications, and then we can also drag them kind of like in a virtual world. You can drag them across the screens, you can resize them, so that's what switch distance allows you to do. If you don't like that and you want to be in the immersive view, you can point right back down and enter immersive on the very bottom and continue through pass-through. And you can switch the distance to go back to this lovely tablet mode that we have here. So I can click and hold and drag across the screen and reposition this screen to anywhere that I want, just like this. So it makes it really handy to move things around inside the virtual world. I can put them anywhere that I want to. So I'll go ahead and close out notifications. Now let's open up the Horizon feed. It's the first option here in the corner. You can see the Asgard's Wrath 2 Meta Quest 3 bundle offer is available. I can get started with various different games. I can see friends that are online or offline on the right here. They've got popular apps to try, tips, tutorials, immersed multiplayer apps. I can scroll down using the little controller right here just by scrolling down, and then the content on the screen scrolls down. I can see some Facebook Reels, X Stadium, some sports. So all types of content right here in the Horizon feed to get you started with using VR and mixed reality. You can hop onto the Horizon feed, you can search for applications, people, and more, and it makes it really easy to come in here and get started with all of your different devices. Next up is the store. You can open up the store, and we can drag the store around left and right just like this and move it to wherever we want. We can see all the various different things that are in the store. We can see what's new on Quest 3. And then we can scroll down and see all the enhanced on Quest 3 games, discover what's mixed reality that's new on Quest 3 just like this. And then that's the Quest store. If we want to buy something, all you have to do is just press this right trigger button right here onto an app. And then you can purchase it in the lower right where it displays the price in the blue. Plays a little video here of the game. You can get some little screenshots and see what this game looks like. So we can press the back button on the top left there. And there we go. So this is the store. It has all of the various different games right here inside of the Meta Quest that we can have and install on our applications. We can come over and you can search for any game. We can see like Rec Room. If we search for Rec Room, we can tap on this game. This game is free. You can see it's a blue price button. It says Get, and then you just press Get. In-app purchases are available, and then it's installing there in the background. So this is how you install an application on the Meta Quest 3. We can view the details of this app, and you can see in the lower right here, it is installing. It's 1.48 gigs, and it's currently at about 60 megabytes downloading. So this may take a few minutes to install. We can continue using the other applications on our Quest while this is installing in the background. So next up, we can go up to People. People will let you see all of your Meta Quest friends, your friends on Facebook, Instagram, etc., all inside the People. Next up is Camera. Camera will allow you to cast. So we're currently casting right now to this monitor that you're currently watching the feed at. We can take a photo, we can record a video, and all those options will show up in the recent. So if you want to capture a game that you're playing, or if you want to record a video of a game or productivity session that you're in on the Quest 3, you can open up the camera, capture those moments, and then they'll download, they'll save to your Meta account, and then you can instantly share them on social media or with friends, family, coworkers, etc. So it makes it really easy to come in here and play with the camera just like that. Next up is the browser. So you can open up the MetaQuest browser, and you can see you've got popular options right here at the very top across MetaQuest, Facebook, Instagram, Messenger, YouTube, Peacock, Twitch, ESPN, Google, X, Amazon, and more. You can come over here and use the Joy to switch between the different options here. You can see the best of immersion web, so various different websites that are also very immersive. That we can come in here and play with. So we can tap on any of these websites and instantly pull them up and play with them inside of the browser. So it has some hand tracking demo notes here. I'll go ahead and exit that, and then you can see here that we're inside of an AR experience, and this opens up an immersive experience for us to play. So you can play in AR, you can play in VR, you can play in multiple ways, just like this, inside the MetaQuest. So we'll go back to the application here. So this is all in the web. You can read how to play, and it tells you what to do. And this is a virtual experience right here designed to be played in the web browser. So really cool options that we have when we check out Web VR. So we can open up a new tab. We can see what other cool options there are inside of the web component here. They've got Sling City VR. They've got a puzzle game. and the Escape Artist game, where it's a VR escape room, archery, and more. So really cool options right here inside of the MetaQuest browser that you can instantly play with and instantly load up and play various different games using virtual reality inside of the web browser without even having to install an application. So really cool options that we have here. We can check out, it shows us instructions on how to get started and what to do as it loads up, and then we can play. We can put it on easy, play some music for us, and we can get started with this. So really cool options here inside of the browser to allow us to get started with various different games right here without having to install any software on our MetaQuest. So another fun fact about the browser is you can use it to Google things or search the internet. A little keyboard pops up here at the very bottom, and you can type in, a normal search like Meta. Use the keys here just to type in Meta and Google that. So social metaverse company, and we can learn more about the metaverse. So really cool that you can use the internet to surf the web and check out various different tabs. You can have multiple tabs up here. And it looks like my Google Assistant in the background there is talking to us. So it looks like we can use the browser to, just do everyday web surfing right here inside of the MetaQuest. The future of digital connection. So really cool options that we have right here inside of the MetaQuest. Makes it really cool to come in here and play all your various different games and do all your productivity browsing and web searching, researching, anything inside of the MetaQuest browser. So we can go to the library at the very end, and it allows us to install apps from the app library. So these are my recent apps that I've used on my Quest 2 that I can instantly install right here onto my Quest 3. So I'm going to go ahead and skip this for now, but I can do that later. And we can see all the various different apps that I can possibly install that I already have access to. So if there's another application that you want to install, like this Rec Room app, we can see that it's almost finished downloading. It's installed 1.1 gigabytes out of 1.5 gigabytes. And any other app that I want to play with, I can install and check out. Like for example, YouTube VR, we can install that, and that queues it up, and it automatically starts installing. So it's in the queue. It's going to install right after the Rec Room application, and we can check that out. So really cool options right here. It makes it really simple to use our MetaQuest. Everything that we do is always going to go back to this very bottom bar at the very bottom, where you see all the various different applications that you have open. When you open something, say we open files, it puts it in the very bottom bar and the right there, and I can see it. You have all of your most used applications in the bar, and you can click them and access the browser, photos, friends, store, Horizon Feed, and more. So we've got all different types of applications. We can use the X button to exit that. We can click on the library again and see what other applications they have, like TV and Event, and Messenger, WhatsApp, People, Guide, Scoreboard, voice commands. Anytime you want to exit an app, say we open up files again and we want to get back to the meta screen, we can press the meta button on the controller right here. We can press this meta button, and it takes us back to the very screen here where we're in pass through. So that makes everything disappear. If we're in an actual application such as First Encounters, if I load First Encounters up, and we want to go back to our home screen, we just press the meta button once, and then we can quit First Encounters, and it takes us right back to the home screen. So very cool that we can get back to this screen at any time that we want to just by pressing the meta button right here. You press it one time, and it takes us back and allows us to quit whatever application we're in. You can double tap on it to instantly pull up the Meta Assistant for voice commands. And we can enable it, and it's talking. It asks if you want to store data. And now, so we went through that setup process really quick, and now anytime I want to access a voice command, I can just double press the meta button and ask it to do something. So I can double press the meta button, open the First Encounters application. It says I didn't understand, let's try this one more time. Double press the meta button right here, open First Encounters. And there we go, we opened first encounters, and you can see right here on the screen, it opens up the game for the very first time. And this is a very fun game. So it uses mixed reality in order to, check out this experience. You'll need to scan the space in order for this to work properly. So we can double press the button to open up a different app using the voice commands, or we can press it once and quit the application just like this. So they've got tons of awesome applications. I highly recommend checking out First Encounters. Beat Saber is my favorite application, where you can use music to cut through different blocks and get points. Makes it very active and fun. They've got MetaQuest moves, scoreboard, and tons of various different cool things. You can also use your hands. We can look at the tip of the day that says use your hands to control the VR experience. If you don't want to use controllers, you can put the controllers down and put your hands out, and activate the hand gestures in order to use the controllers. And you can pinch to select, and have various different methods of controlling the MetaQuest inside of hand and body tracking. So you can continue, you can turn this feature, and then it says gently double tap the controllers and place them down on a flat surface. And now hand controlling is available. So it sees my hand, and I can go ahead and pinch to continue, just like this. And I can practice the various different scrolling methods. I can change windows, I can click and move things with my hand. So now I'm using my hand here, and it's tracking my hand and allowing me to move this window just like that. I can move it closer, I can move it further away. So you've got various different methods of controlling the MetaQuest right here. You can also aim and hold your fingers together to grab something and scroll, so you can scroll up and down. You can see here that I'm scrolling. When I bring it up, it goes up and down just like that. So really cool that we have options, whether we want to use controllers or hand tracking. Hold your fingers together to show quick actions, move your hand, and release the select. So I can hold my fingers together, and it shows quick actions like pass through, menu, assistant, recorded video, mute, more. I can bring up the assistant. How are you doing today? The assistant says great, ready to help. So cool options there. All I have to do is just look at my hand and hold everything together, and the options pop up just like that. And go to the menu just like that. So this brings back the pass-through option that we just had. We can bring the menu back up and continue this tutorial for hand tracking. So you can see that there are other direct touch enabled apps that we can purchase: Hand Physics Labs, Little Cities, and Cubism. So we can see all hand apps, or we can go done. So really cool option here to use hand tracking. I'm going to go ahead and grab the controllers and bring those back into play, and allow us to review the settings one last time before we move on. So if we go into settings here, you've got system, physical space, Wi-Fi, personalization, storage, apps, notifications, accounts, devices, movement tracking, accessibility, privacy, security, experimental, account center, and help. So these are all your various different options. If you need to change any of them inside of your settings, you can come in here and do that. Makes it really easy to modify anything, and makes it very fun to play with the MetaQuest. So I think the MetaQuest is an incredible opportunity to use mixed reality and virtual reality, and to play various different games, and to use it for work, and make it very fun to come in here. We can take a look at that download for the Rec Room. We can scroll up and look at the Rec Room and see that it has successfully installed itself. And we'll need to create a new boundary in order for the Rec Room to work properly. So it's scanning the room right now. You can see that it has automatically detected where we are in the room, and it tries to draw on the floor spaces for us to be able to walk in. I'm going to create a stationary boundary here. So I'm going to say choose my own boundary. Now you can have a room scale boundary where you can draw on the floor and say where you can go in the room, or you can pick a stationary boundary, and that will just pick what you're doing on the floor itself. Stationary boundaries you do not move on. We'll confirm. So this blue circle that you see here, I'm just setting in the circle and I'm not moving, and that's the stationary boundary, which is what we're doing for the Rec Room. And then we'll go ahead and hit confirm, and we'll move on here. So reduce the needs to redraw boundaries. In the future, you can set up this where it will remember your surroundings and I can spend less time drawing them. So I'll go ahead and hit next and share and enable that feature. And now I'm using a virtual reality experience where it's loading up in full-fledged VR. I can allow it to use my preference here. And this is allowing you to also see through the sharing. It shows a little red light in the top to let us know that you're sharing. And this covers completely in VR. I no longer can see my space. It creates a new account and I'm inside of Rec Room here, and I can just go ahead and say let's get started. So you can create a little avatar here to get started with Rec Room. You put in your birthday, and we'll go ahead and move on. Oh, you have to be, I put in the wrong birthday. So it requires you to be more than 10 years old on all devices. So that's the Rec Room application. We can go ahead and quit that and go back to all of our various different apps here in the MetaQuest. So they've got applications, they've got worlds. You can change the world that you're in and make it really fun, and install this and play within that world. So really cool options here in our library. You can go ahead and hit the X button and just hit the X button there and you're back with your bar. You can move this bar anywhere around that you want. You can click the library to open it again. You can click on the web browser. So you just use the controllers that we have here to click this. You just use the trigger buttons to select. This headset's very reliant on its controllers, and it makes it really easy to come in here and navigate inside the MetaQuest 3. So anytime you want to open up an app, you just look for it with the controller and you click once the circle is on it, and it instantly opens up that application. So really cool options that we have here. Want to promote your business in front of tech enthusiasts? You can sponsor AppFind to get a shout out on a video or even your own dedicated video. To learn more, see our rate card and request a sponsorship. You can click our link in the description to Passion Fruit to learn more and inquire about a sponsorship. So this has been a complete beginner's guide of the MetaQuest 3. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to let us know in the comments below what your favorite MetaQuest video is. And if you're not subscribed, be sure to smash that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell to figure out when we release our next technology video. We love producing these for you, and if you loved it, be sure to press that like button, and that really helps out the channel and allows us to grow. So thanks for watching today's video. We love producing these videos for you and can't wait to produce the next one. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you soon.